Hi, I'm Debbie,
And I'm Jan.
and this is the Villages 365.
And another episode of Did You Know? And the first Did You Know is, did you know when it's real humid? You have humid hair
I get curly, Jan goes flat.
and fuzzy. Did you know?
Yeah, these are weather vanes. You can tell what the weather is by our hair. The first thing that we thought we would talk to you guys about is that in the Villages, we have about 150,000 people for our population.
Latest stats.
And of those, 26,000 people are from Florida. So all of the people that are yelling at us about that we should leave, all of us Northerners should leave.
We're not natives.
No, but 20%, 25%
That's a lot.
of the Villages are from Florida.
Floridians. Yeah.
And that's kind of a cool compliment to the Villages too, that out of all the
Exactly.
places that they could be.
They chose here.
Yeah. I'm thinking a lot of it probably has to do with downsizing and the activities and stuff. And maybe getting away from the coast for hurricanes.
True,
maybe.
true. Yeah, and the lifestyle. I mean, the carts and the easy way we live. I mean, everything's 5 minutes.
There. So,
Yeah.
But did you know? Hey, did you know there's actually a giant tunnel of trees here in the Villages, which is one of the coolest places to just drive your cart through.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's up in the northern section. It is basically right near the polo field at 466 and Buena Vista. And you would basically be running right along the Saddlebrook golf course.
Yes.
And it's really cool. I have actually seen, because I go through there quite a bit when I come and go from my house, and I have actually seen people in their Christmas jammies, and they were taking pictures. So they went real early in the morning, probably trying to
Right,
avoid all
yeah,
the carts and
work
stuff.
hard.
But it was really cute. It was a family probably visiting their parents or something at Thanksgiving. And so they got in their jammies and they went down, and then they'd wait for people to go by, and then they'd run out and take a picture. That'd be a great backdrop too.
The first time we came across that area, I mean, we were exploring years ago, and when we came through there, we were just driving and going, oh my gosh, this is so cool. It's just beautiful. It's just so quiet, and I don't know how to describe it. It's gorgeous.
Peaceful, beautiful ride.
Yes.
So, did you know?
Hey, did you know there's a cut through to be able to go up 441 to Walmart and Lowe's and that area, and some doctor's offices?
On the historic side.
On the historic side, you go over the bridge, just keep going straight past the starter shack. Then there's a little left right there, a little opening, and you have to have your card to get in and out. And you can go that way, and they have a trail all the way up to Walmart. It used to be dirt, and I mean, it was dusty and dirty before they developed all that stuff. And we used to go up there, and I'm like, I don't even know if that's worth it. But now that it's all paved and blacktopped, it's a great way of avoiding the traffic and still getting your Walmart fix.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could even. We learned that, or I learned that through the video, because I didn't realize you could even get to Walmart by golf cart or Home Depot or Lowe's or any of those.
Yeah, you
Well,
can
not
get
Home
clear
Depot.
up
You
there.
can get to Lowe's,
past there. Yeah.
yeah, that's very interesting. So, did you know? I didn't know. Did you know that Citizens First Bank was first opened in July of 1991 and was founded by Gary Morse?
And right now, there's like 14 branches so far, which probably more to come.
Yep, and they also have about 51% of the market share in the Villages. So lots of villagers must bank with them, and I do know
Makes sense. I wonder if they opened it for loans for new houses, and that was if you're going to buy their house, they're going to back you. So
Need
it's
some
pretty
financing.
brilliant.
Yep, and it is one of the top, I think it was the top 10 banks
in Florida.
in the state of Florida. So it's pretty big, pretty sound bank. I think they said they had over $2 billion in assets. So, but anyway, did you know that that is a bank that was founded by the Villages? Did you know that that building there used to house Katie Bell's? I'm sure you've heard a lot about Katie Bell's. It was one of the original restaurant clubs here in the Villages. You actually had to be a villager to get in, which was kind of special. Made it a special place for a lot of people. It ended up that they decided to shut it down. They blamed COVID. But anyway, they have shut it down and are now building apartments up above there on that top floor. So you can kind of see, if you look real careful, I'll post a picture, but you can see a worker in there. So they are definitely working on the apartments. And I think it's 7. Is it 7 that are going to be up there, I think?
I think so. But also, did you know, those used to be balconies. You can't see it now. And when they redid Katie Bell's to make Katie Bell's up on top, instead of having the whole open
it was
concept,
a 2-story. Yeah, it was a 2-story.
that they pushed that out to make more room for the upstairs. But sitting on that balcony and looking at the entertainment years ago, it's pretty funny.
And we just wanted to give a shout out to Ellen. It was so nice to meet you. Thanks for saying hi while we were filming this video.
Hey, did you know that Mr. Schwartz started kind of the Villages by selling land in Florida and New Mexico by mail until it was no longer allowed. It was banned under federal law. So then he had this land in Florida, so he brought in Mr. Tarson as a partner, and they established Orange Blossom Gardens, I think. Yeah. And they started in the 70s selling lots around the pond, and that's how the Villages got started.
I did not know that. Did you know that we are on the historic side of the Villages, and there are 4 tennis courts here? It's considered part of Paradise Rec Center, and they are lighted. So if you want to play tennis in the Villages in the evenings when it's dark, the only place to play is here or at one of the country clubs, Lopez or Glenview. But if you want to play for free, kind of, I think it costs you a couple quarters to turn on the lights.
Right. So in the wintertime when it gets dark early, this is the place to come.
Exactly. Did you know?
Hey, did you know that you can get your golf cart gassed up by a little gas station right over here, the Villages golf carts?
They're adorable, the little gas pumps. And they have, no ethanol in them?
I think so. It's better for your cart.
Yeah, they say it's like my husband says it's like lawnmower gas, so whatever that means, but he said it's better for the carts.
Right.
Yeah. But did you know you can get gas there too? Did you know that we have a bridge here called Chitty Chatty, which goes over 44, right?
44.
And it was built in 2020.
Yep.
And it had an event this year.
They did. Somebody hit the bridge with a trailer. I think it was a construction trailer, and they closed it down for a few hours to have it inspected to make sure all was okay. And also, while they were building the Chitty Chatty, which is fun to say, bridge, they had a contest. So if you could enter, and if you were one of the first few to have your name drawn, you could be one of the first few to go over the bridge. So
that's pretty exciting. There's so many new things going in and around the Villages that in a lot of areas in the country, like where I'm from, that you don't get to be the first at anything. Everything is already done. And so kind of neat here, you get some opportunities to be the first at some things. First golfer on some of the golf courses. They always put up a plaque about your name and that kind of thing. So kind of fun.
a world of firsts.
If you would like to be first. Did you know there is a new area going into the Villages in the new southern section that's called Middleton?
And Middleton is surrounding the new charter school, high school campus, and it's family oriented. For families, they're going to have swimming pools and trails and biking, hiking, pickleball, all the things that we get as villagers, but they're trying to bring families in, and then they can choose a career, raise a family in a great area, and I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, and in case you didn't know, there are some family neighborhoods here existing in the Villages, and they are not permitted, though, to use our amenities. So that's the reason that they've kind of gone with this concept, to kind of give them some of what we have. So,
Yeah.
and the kids will be able to choose their campus this fall. It's going to open this fall, the new one. So you can pick if
August.
you want to be in the old charter school or the new charter school. So that'll be kind of fun for some kids and exciting to have all the shiny new.
And the stadium is huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They said it's going to be amazing.
State of the art.
So did you know?
Hey, did you know that the golf rates are going up in the villages and have been for a few years? In 2010, my husband and I could do a championship course for $52
For 18 holes.
for 18 holes, and the other day it was like 105 with tax. And they used to be, they included the tax, so it was even.
Yeah.
And then they raised it, and then they added tax onto it and acted like they only raised it this much, but then the 7% tax is on top of it. We caught on to that.
So it almost doubled in 12, 13 years. So that's a lot. And I know a friend who is an older villager and has lived here for a long time. And he said when he bought his house, he was sold. The salesperson told him, I'm sure it's not in a contract or in writing anywhere, you will never pay more than $1 per hole to golf in the villages. That doesn't seem to be exactly the case anymore.
Unless he was talking about executives.
No,
He was the champion.
It was the championship. And so, and the other thing to know too is, did you know that the villages now only changes the pricing twice a year? So we pay winter rates January 1st through the end of May, and then the summer rates start June and go till the end of the year. In the old days, they used to change 3 times. There were 3 seasons. I think it was like
4
I
months.
don't know,
4 months,
winter.
yeah.
It was like winter, summer, and
So I think it was January 1st to through April.
Yeah,
And
there was
then
the
those
winter
were the
rates.
high ones, and
Yeah.
then
there was
the
a summer
was
rate.
way low
Yep.
because it's hot, and then
then
the
fall.
fall, as people are coming back, it was a different rate. So there were 3 different rates. But I think they might have changed that because people had no clue what the rates were, and then if they'd go one day and pay a certain amount and then go the next day, then they're like, what, I was here yesterday and it was only $50, now it's $55. So I think they probably got tired of explaining that.
But they do change in the summertime on that summer rates. It
Yeah.
depends on the time. So after 12 o'clock, it's actually the second wave. Remember,
Oh,
the second
yeah.
wave
Yeah.
is cheaper than, so if you want to golf in the morning, you're going to pay more than the afternoon golf. And then they used to have, and they keep changing this too, but they used to have like after 4 o'clock, you could go out and play unlimited golf. So actually,
Right.
in
When
the
it was
summertime,
cheap. It was cheap to
we
play
used
unlimited.
You played, I think you played, well, I think you paid, the
You paid for
afternoon rates, and then
9.
you could pay for 27. Anyway, there were a couple times Leo and I played 27 holes because it was like in the height of summer when it's light enough and we could, because nobody else is out there either.
No,
So
because it's hot.
anyway, that's some information about the golf. Did you know?